2, we resolve, therefore, that all matters that are related to the SLA, in particular the 70-30 split, that particular clause will be immediately suspended. That particular clause will be immediately suspended, and other clauses that the sector feels need to be reviewed, we will then immediately establish a tripartite technical team, including the leadership of this sector, the Department of Finance, the Department of Social Development, and we give them 21 days to sort out all those disturbing matters on the SLAs, including the dates that needed to be inserted on when tranches will be paid, so that sector can plan appropriately and correctly. That's the first part. The second part, even though government departments as a whole, national government has cut the budget of all provincial governments, and by extension, provincial governments has cut the budget of all departments, including the Department of Social Development. But the Department of Health, the Department of Education, and the Department of Social Development are very special to the government that I have the honor to lead. Your budget has been cut from 2.4 billion to 1.8 billion. After analyzing your concerns and your worries, we are taking back your budget from 1.8 billion back to 2.4 billion. That's the decision that we have taken, and ourselves, we will find a way of ensuring that we get that money so that this sector is protected. But let me caution, even though we are taking back your budget to 2.4 billion, because of the number of applications that we've received that are new applications, I think the first speaker raised that part. We also need to be aware that we might not get the exact 100% you want, but at least the cuts will not be as severe as they were when the budget was at 1.8 billion. Thirdly, that is from yesterday, all those that have signed the SLAs, and after this meeting, all those that will now sign the SLAs because the clause that we were worried about has been suspended, we will start making payment into our bank accounts every day from yesterday until next week Friday. Until next week Friday, which simply means by next week Friday. Let's get the exact date. What's the date? What is next week Friday? I know it's the birthday of my wife, the 18th, yeah? 24. So all those SLAs that will be received, signed and finalized. Treasury normally makes payment once a week. They've made a special arrangement that they will do payments every day until the 24th of May, so that we clear the sector and the payments. So we are starting to make your payments. I want to conclude by saying, and I've seen other people misconstruing it, and I don't mind. I don't mind, honestly. I met with you a year ago. The commitments that I made and the commitments that I promised you, we executed those commitments. I'm meeting with you again. And we are intervening in this matter today, not influenced by any other thing, but as a sign of appreciation of the work that we're doing. But obviously, we are in a period of elections and people will say they're doing this because of elections. You'll rather accuse me of doing that because of election rather than accuse me of not doing it and sleeping on my job. That accusation sounds better to me than to be accused that children are suffering, than to be accused that social workers are being retrenched, than to be accused that NGOs are being closed and we are doing nothing as government. I will stand firm and I will stand on your side at any time, at any moment, whether there are elections or no elections. I'll always be on your side because I'm what I am because of this particular sector. I want to emphasize this point. So, anyone that wants to protest, I'm giving you the go-ahead. This is a democratic country. You have the right to express your views and you have your right to do whatever that you want to do. I will be the first person to come and accept that memorandum because I believe in democratic rights of individuals. Anyone that wants to take us to court, you have that right and I support you to go to court. We will file our document as government so that we can put our side of our story to the court. But because courts are areas where we resolve our differences, so there's nothing wrong with that kind of an action. Actually, I will support that kind of an action because it makes us to resolve the matters. But where I stand, with the resolutions that I've just outlined to you, after I've met your leadership, I'm convinced we are now together as one. We can go back to our bases and do all the work that you need to do, and that your leadership must continue to engage with the department where you have differences, engage. Where you feel my presence is needed, I will come and assist you. But once more, this sector is precious. This sector assists government a lot, and this particular sector needs to be defended and be protected at all times. I wish you well in your deliberations and discussions. Thank you so much.